Hey everybody, it's Sam from SNAP-Ed. If you've had Pick a Better Snack with us in the past, you probably remember that each month comes with a different theme. In October, our theme is apples. So today we're here at the apple farm over in Fairfield, Maine, to talk about why we want to eat apples, what they do for our body, why they're good for us, and what makes them so special. So we're going to see an interview with the farmers that run the apple farm here. We're going to do some activities today, and we're going to talk about MyPlate and why we should eat apples for our health. I'm going to give you a good close-up of this delicious apple. Apples come in different varieties and seasons, right? So today this is a Mac apple that we're going to be trying. We're going to do a taste test of it later. You can kind of see us dissecting it there. Apples are good for us for lots of reasons, right? They come with lots of nutrients, like all plants. The apple is the fruit part of a plant, right? There's lots of different parts of a plant. And in fruits, we get lots of vitamins, fiber. So the structure of the apple itself is made up of fiber. Fiber is good for keeping us full, for balancing our energy. Oftentimes in SNAP-Ed, we talk about the difference between eating a whole apple versus drinking apple juice, right? Imagine drinking a glass of apple juice that has good nutrients in it if it doesn't have added sugar. But we miss out on a lot of things when we take all of the skin and flesh off of an apple. You get a lot of sugar from that juice, right? And it kind of goes straight to your system. So you might get an energy spike like you just ate a bowl of ice cream, right? When you drink a glass of apple juice, you get a lot of sugar at once, and then you crash maybe half hour later when your energy runs out. Whereas when we're eating fresh apples, that fiber lets the sugar break down slowly in our system, so we get extended periods of energy. We stay full. It's a great snack to have between meals to keep you going, right? Apples are kind of good for your teeth, right? And there's that famous saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple as a snack during the day is a great way to balance your energy and stay healthy. So enjoy apples this month.
Mine is Marilyn Meyerhans. My husband Stephen and I own this.
We asked Marilyn to share some of her knowledge about apples with us. This is what she said.
If you open up an apple, you cut it in half, the round way, not this way, but the round way. It has a star in it. So in each one of those pieces of the star is a seed. And if those seeds are brown, that means that apple's ripe. And those apple seeds can be planted. So if they want to plant an apple, plant an apple. It will not come out to be the apple like you planted it from. A Macintosh apple will not produce a Macintosh tree. It will produce a wild tree. But if you grow it and it's a really good apple, you name it after yourself, and it will be your apple, and you'll be the only one that has it. And then you can graft it and make more. That's how all these apple trees, they were all grafted. No apple tree was planted just from seed on this orchard. Gotcha. They're all grafted. So grafting means you take a branch, a small tree, cut the top off, and you put some new scions, it's called, little tiny branches into it, wrap it up tight, and those new ones will grow into the new variety. Cool. So every single tree on this orchard is done that way. And then we can change it. We'll have a tree, a big tree, and we don't like the apples. So we'll leave one branch, but we'll cut off all the other branches, and then we'll graft some other kinds onto that. And we can take one orchard that's like Red Delicious, and we can turn it all into Honey Crisps in 2 years. Wow. It's awesome. Wow. Yeah. It's awesome. And we've done it. There's whole sections of this orchard that used to be a different kind. And now there's something else.
How many types of apples or varieties of apples do you grow?
Ooh, right now at least 54.
What are some of your favorite types of apples?
Depends on the season. I love a good early Mac, which is not a Macintosh. Early Mac is not a Macintosh that's early. I love a good Golden Delicious that's hung on the tree for until October, end of October. Sweet and just absolutely delicious. They're all different in their season. You know, it really depends. If you say I've got a favorite apple, not really. You know, they're all beautiful. Yeah, they really are. They're beautiful.
Hi everybody, my name is Miss Sam. And today we're going to do an activity called the Garden Shuffle. I want you all to pretend with me that you live on an apple orchard, and we're going to go out and pick some apples. All right, we ready? We're going to do this 3 times, and every time it's going to get a little bit faster. Get your bag. We're going to march out to the apple orchard, and we are going to jump up and get our apples. Get our apples. Oh, I dropped one. We're going to squat and get our apples and put it in our bag. We're going to put the bag on our head and march back down to our house. Oh, my hands are full. We gotta kick the door open and put the apples down on the counter and wash them. We're gonna chop them, and then we're gonna take one of the bites and eat them. Okay, we ready to do that faster? Pick up your bag. We're gonna march out to the apple orchard. We're gonna jump and pick our apples, and we're gonna put them in our bag, and we're gonna put them on our head. I'm gonna march, 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 open the door, put them on the counter, wash, 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 chop, 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 and we're gonna take one and eat it. We're gonna pick up our bag, walk out to the apple orchard. We're gonna get our apples, put them in the bag, put it on our head, march, 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 open the door, put it down, wash, 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 chop, 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 and eat it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the SNAP-Ed office. We're going to do a little MyPlate review. Hopefully you get really excited about trying some apples this month because it's a great time of year to eat them in Maine. We're going to jump through our different food categories on MyPlate like we do in most lessons, just to kind of recap why we're eating healthy food, right? Big picture here is that we want to eat these different food categories every day because they help create a healthy body, right? That's our whole goal with the food we eat. Sometimes we eat food as like a special treat, like a birthday cake for a birthday or something at a holiday, right? It's okay to have special treats, but most of the time our goal with food is to build our body up and make us healthy and strong, right? Today we're going to be talking about apples in most of our lesson. Apples, of course, go in the fruit category. Now you know something is a fruit if there are seeds inside of it, right? Lots of different parts of the plant. Technically there are 6. And fruit is always the part of the plant that carries the seeds, right? Seeds are where plants come from. We plant them in the ground and they grow more of that type of plant. So apples come from apple seeds, though you might learn from the farmer today that just because you plant an apple seed doesn't mean you're going to grow the same type of apple tree. Other fruits that we really enjoy are tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes are a fruit. Cucumbers, peppers, eggplants, watermelon. Anything that has a seed inside of it is a fruit. Usually a little bit sweeter, right? If we think about vegetables, sometimes things like lettuce and spinach and broccoli and cauliflower are not as sweet as something like an apple, right? Still very healthy for us, right? So fruits and vegetables have lots of vitamins and minerals. If we think about fruits, some important vitamins you get are vitamin C, which is really good for your immune system, which means it keeps you healthy, helps you not get sick, which is really important. We have vitamin A that comes from carrots and other orange fruits and veggies. Vitamin A is really good for your eyesight, and it's good for your skin. There's all kinds of vitamins in our fruits and veggies, and the more variety we eat, the more nutrients we get in our body, right? So I encourage you to eat different types of fruits and veggies and also different colors, right? Green ones and red ones and orange ones all give us different nutrients. So the more colorful your fruits and veggies, the healthier your body's going to be. Jumping over to our grains. Grains are a great way to get energy and to keep you full. And you may have heard of whole grains. We like to encourage whole grains in SNAP-Ed because they're kind of the healthier version of grains. So grains start out as a seed, like a seed of corn, or maybe you've seen like grass growing out in the field with little seeds on top. A lot of grains grow that way. So rice grows like that. It's a long skinny stem with seeds on top. We'll take those seeds off and sometimes we grind them into flour like wheat to make pancakes or cookies or muffins, right? Or sometimes we'll just boil that seed and eat it whole like rice, right? Those seeds give us lots of energy because they have this thing in them called a carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are our body's main source of energy. Fiber is really good at keeping us full and helping our digestive system. So eating whole grains gives us more of that fiber to keep us full and help our digestion, right? Jumping down to proteins, this is where we grow our muscles, right? Very important for having a healthy body is being strong, right? So you can get protein from animals or plants. I like to encourage both types of protein because just like with our fruits and vegetables, the more variety of our protein we eat, the healthier body will be. So some common proteins that we eat would be like chicken or beef, right? Good for growing muscle. But you can also get protein from things like black beans or from fish or from foods like tofu. There's lots of interesting ways to get protein that are good for your body, and the more variety, the better. Jumping up to dairy, our last category, we can get quite a bit of protein here, but the main nutrient we're interested in is called calcium. Now, calcium is really good for our teeth and bones, and milk is famous for having a lot of calcium. So just like our teeth and our bones are white, we can kind of connect those to milk, right, which usually comes as white. And it's really important for having strong, healthy teeth and bones. So you can get that calcium from things like milk. You can also eat yogurt or cheese, or even ice cream has a little bit of calcium in it. We always want to look for the healthiest options to treat our body the best in these different categories, right? So in dairy, for example, drinking a glass of milk or even soy milk or almond milk is healthier for us than eating ice cream all day to try and get calcium, right? So most of the time we want to have things like yogurt or some cheese on our sandwich at lunch and save that ice cream for a special treat. When we put all these foods together, it creates a really healthy body, right? And that's your goal. So I encourage you today, as you try your apple and meet your fruit category recommendation, think of other ways you can include vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy into your day.
Time to do an apple taste test with an apple from the apple farm. It's all washed and ready to go for us. If you have apples at home, I encourage you to find one and do the activity with me. Feel free to pause the video during this time. While we're trying the apples, I want you to use all of your senses. We're gonna smell, we're gonna use our eyes, we're gonna try and listen to the apples, we're gonna touch the apples, and the very last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna taste the apples. Here is our apple. I think it's a Macintosh apple. I'm gonna smell it first. To me it smells pretty sweet. I'm gonna listen to it. I don't hear it telling me any secrets. I'm gonna look at it. It looks pretty red, it has some green, some stripes and some dots on it. I'm gonna feel it. It feels pretty smooth, a little hard. Can't really crush it, it's not soft. Now, I'm gonna show you something really special. I'm gonna cut the apple in half like this. Not like this, but on its side. What do you see? I see a star. Ooh, and it's really juicy. It smells even sweeter now. Do you see the seeds inside the apple? Inside this apple star, there are 5 different sections, and they all contain seeds. I'm gonna cut our apple into little pieces. We're gonna talk a little bit about knife safety. If you're allowed to cut by yourself, here are some things you should keep in mind. When cutting your apple, you wanna make sure that you use a claw so that you don't cut your fingertips. Next thing is, when you're holding a knife, hold it like this. We're not holding it by the blade, we're holding it on the handle, so your fingers are out of the way. Use your claw, and you're gonna point the tip of the knife down and cut by sliding the knife to the cutting board. Another cut you can do is something called the bridge. The bridge is when you make a bridge with your hand and you put the knife gently in between the bridge and you point your knife down towards the cutting board and slide it really slowly. Notice how slowly I'm moving. If you don't have an apple at home, I encourage you to draw one on a piece of paper. Are we ready to try? 1, 2, 3. It's really good. Super sweet and crunchy and juicy. This is a really fresh apple. I hope that you get to try apples if you haven't already. It's a really great way to get your nutrition and vitamins and minerals in your body.
Thanks for joining us.